All right, my poker fam, let's go ahead and jump right into the 2023 results. There's some of them that I'm really happy with. Some of them I'm very disappointed in myself, but I told y'all I'm gonna shoot it to y'all real. We're not gonna dilly-dally. Let's jump right into the results here. I use poker bankroll tracker to track my results. I know that's a question that I get a lot, so I'll put up here so y'all can go along with me. Total profit was 6,815. That number I'm all right with. Especially when I get into some of the stuff I'm disappointed in, I'm okay with that. Definitely tune in tomorrow for the debut episode of the podcast, the Hatter Chatter podcast, and I'm going to show my goals for the year, and they're going to be better. Also, there's some snow flurries coming down. Maybe you'll get to see them on camera. That's why I did it out here. It is kind of cold, but I want to bring it to y'all outside. So as we scroll down here after the profit, the per hour is 43.13. Love that. Is it sustainable? Probably not, because I play mainly 2-2, 1-3. Hoping to do some more 2-5 this coming up year, but 43.13, just to give y'all an idea, that's more than I make at my regular job. Now, like I said, is that sustainable? I'm not sure. That's kind of high for mainly a 2-2. So definitely happy with that. Average profit per session is 189. That's pretty dang good for me. I play more of a grinder style, more tight aggressive. I'm not a lag by no means. I would like to add a little bit more of that to my game, but we'll get into that later. And as you can see, the 3-month trend right there. But we'll go over to locations. And as you can see, most of my sessions come at the best bet. Hold on, let's go back real quick. Because I want to touch on something. If you see sessions right here, I'll circle it. And hours. Hours is where I'm very disappointed. I was shooting for 250 this year. As y'all, people that have been following me, if you're just checking me out, I am a complete recreational player. I work a full-time job. So, and my closest poker room is really about an hour with traffic and everything. So, I was shooting for 250. I end up with 158. The sessions is 36, but that's kind of hard to go by because if I'm hopping from, like when I went to Vegas, I played multiple rooms in one day. So, that's kind of different, but I want to go back and just look at them numbers. The 158 of hours, that's just too low. It's too small of a sample size. That's why I said the 43.13 may not be sustainable. I'm not really sure. I'll go into it more in the podcast, but we got to do way better than 158. Like I said, this past year, I was trying to get to 250, and you can see I failed miserably. But 2024 is going to be the year of the Hatter. We're going to get on this, y'all. So anyways, let's go back to locations. And as you see, Best Bet Orange Park is where I play most of my sessions at, and I'm up $2,643. So that's pretty good in 79 hours, averaging $33 an hour right there. I think that's more somewhat what I should be looking at total. When we go to the Best Bet at Jacksonville, a lot of these numbers are kind of jaded because I was playing a 2-2 deep game on the stream twice, and a lot of the profit here is from that. And you see 2,158 with an hourly of 107.63. Y'all know that ain't sustainable. Your boy ran good on 2 streams, so, and there was a pre-session stream I ran good on, and then when I went to the Andrew Nemi, Brad Owen meetup game at Jack's Best Bet, I ran pretty good in the pre-session there. So you're talking about 3 times. I want to say I was a little over 1,400 on my 2 live streams, and then we'll get into that because I know I have it written down. So then we go down to Mandalay Bay. I played 1 session there. That was during the World Series at the time. I played with pretty much a lot of Team Hatter members. Mr. Shu was there, Yucko, and my boy Turkey, and we had a great night at Mandalay Bay that night. I actually shut the room down that night. The room closed at 4 a.m. or 2 a.m. Well, it might have been 4 a.m. or 2 a.m. I can't remember when Mandalay Bay closes that night, but I was there till the very end, and I booked a profit there of 470, and we played, 59 hours for $54 an hour. That ain't bad, but as you can see, I played 9 hours there. That was a heck of a session and a lot of fun. We had a lot of drinks that night, y'all. So booking a profit anytime I have that many drinks, we're doing something. So MGM Grand, 446, that was during the first vlog I made. And we played just 4 hours there. The Ocala Gainesville Poker. This room is actually closed now. They closed it and it moved a little more south to Ocala, called Ocala Bets. I've not been there. Beginning of the year, I'm gonna go to that room and I'm gonna bring it to y'all because it's a brand new room here in Florida. And it's about maybe an hour and a half for me, maybe an hour and 15 depending on traffic. So we're gonna get there. And then Bally's. I want to talk about Bally's, aka Horseshoe now. Bally's has always been one of my favorite rooms when I go to Vegas. I guess it's because I just feel more comfortable there. The Bellagio and Aria kind of have that stigma about them, but I always like Bally's Horseshoe. It's just so laid back and I like to play there late at night. As you see, 3 sessions, 10 hours for $310 in profit, $31 an hour. We will take that. The IP was just when I went out there with my buddies and I booked a 270. I remember this because I was super hungover in this session. And the night before, I'll get to that one too because yeah, the bow's coming up. The bow I played the night before and I was hammered when I got in there. How I booked any kind of profit there, I will never know because I was hammered, y'all. I could barely remember, you know, luckily I had videotape and I can remember hands pretty good. But going back to the IP, I was hungover and I was down like 150 and I flopped a set against pretty much a maniac to my left and it was a big multi-way pot pre-flop. There was a bunch in there and I ended up getting a big double there and we booked the 270 profit and I only played 2 hours. I was during the FSU LSU game, first game of the year. So that would tell you when that is, Labor Day weekend. Went to St. Augustine, that's when I went with my wife and her friends. So they dropped me off at the poker room and they went and did some shopping in St. Augustine. And then after that, we did some wine tastings and went downtown. St. Augustine, Florida is a beautiful town to go visit. Traffic, yeah, but it's cool. We won 245 there in 3 hours. Got to play with my buddy Little. Hopefully he gets to see this. And then we had the Bellagio where we won 206. That was a long session, 11 hours, and we won $18.90 per hour. That was a long session. I remember that when I got stuck early, but I battled back, and that was a fun table. I met some guys from Canada. I love Canadians, eh? They love to drink, and we had a great time there. That was probably one of my favorite sessions of behind the Mandalay Bay with all the Team Hatter members. The Bellagio was a lot of fun. There was a lot of good talkers, and that's what I love about the poker table is when I can get some people talking, having some drinks, and just talking life and just hearing about different people's stories. I'm a social butterfly. That's who I am, y'all. I wear a big hat so people come talk to me. So then the bow, the 200, that was when I was super hammered. And then Cherokee, that was back in February when my buddy was getting married. And I only played it was less than an hour, and I lost 35 bucks. That's nothing. Oxford Downs, that was when the bomb pots killed me. I went back for a second one and I grinded out a profit, but still down for the year 2023. We're going to change that. Oxford Downs 2024, the Hatter's coming for y'all. I'm coming to book profits at Oxford Downs. The Hatter's coming. I might do a podcast episode from there because they have a huge, well, not huge, but they have a nice tiki bar out back, and I just love the vibe out there. So maybe I can work it out, bring the microphone and do that. And then Caesars has always been my beast. I don't know if I've ever won a session at Caesars in Las Vegas. So here's the sessions. I'll just scroll through them so y'all can see them. There's a car coming down the mountain, 2 of them. So that might mess up the audio. Scroll through here while they drive by. Sorry about the audio again. But I wanted to shoot it outside. I was hoping that we get some more flurries. But you can hear them go down the gravel side of the mountain right there. So you can see I go through a couple of good, nice runs. There's one streak right here where I go a long time because I was talking to my poker group about it, right? Whoop, nope. Well, yeah, it was right there where I went through, had some nice sessions. So let's go to the charts. And, excuse me, Monday, we booking profits in Monday. January was a big month. February is when my buddy got married. I was really focused on a lot of what was going on there with him. March was just one session. As you can see, I got off to a slow start. I had a lot going on. Those are just excuses. I gotta get rid of them excuses, y'all. But as you can see, April and May we did all right. I mean, we only had 3 losing months if you count February 15. Then you got March and December where I didn't really play much either. December's when I went on all these vacations and stuff with my wife, and she got to come first, y'all. My wife's always got to come first, even though I'm gonna chase this thing hard. I gotta make sure I don't take time away from her. But as you can see, Thursday and Saturday is when I do my best work, apparently. Wednesday, and this is what I don't understand. I never played on a Friday. That's kind of crazy. I don't understand how I never played on a Friday. We're going to change that. I don't know how I didn't change that. So Sunday you did all right, and as you can see, 2023, 6,810. Now, when we come to this point next year, and I pull this up, 2024 better be above that. Now, that's one thing I will say. I got a goal in mind, and I'll talk about it tomorrow on the podcast, but we got to do better than that. So now let's go to the trend, the graph. And this is why I think you should track your results. When you go through, because you can see about midway up right here, you can see where I went through a little bit of a downswing. But when you look at the graph looks great, y'all. You can't ask for much better than what I got right here, in my opinion, for a recreational player. If I can do this same graph but more volume next year, 2024 is going to be the year of the Hatter for real. So to give y'all an idea, that's pretty much the results to a T. Y'all see everything. We'll go back to go to home here. Hold on. Go to the overview, show it to you one more time. So here you go. This is what I did last year. Like I said, there's things I'm happy with, things I'm not happy with. Tomorrow when the podcast comes out, at the end, we're going to have the Hatter Chatter Podcast big board. It's going to have the goals for the year. They're going to be based on live and online. Pretty much all these results are, as you can see, are just live. I play online. It's a little bit easier. So I'm going to have an online challenge I'm going to start, and we'll get into that tomorrow in the podcast. But I don't want to make this too long, but I just want to be transparent with y'all because that's what I'm about, and show y'all how I did as a complete recreational player in the year of 2023. Now, let's go ahead and wrap this up, and I'll see y'all tomorrow at the podcast.